Suffering. It's something we all experience. But have you ever stopped to ask, does it have a purpose? Is suffering just meaningless pain? Or could it actually be something fundamental to our existence? Plato believed in a world beyond our own, the world of forms. In this world, everything has a perfect, unchanging essence, a perfect form of beauty, a perfect form of justice. But what about suffering? If suffering exists, does that mean it has an ideal form too? If there is an ideal form of suffering, then the suffering we experience is just an imperfect reflection, meaning it could always be worse. But the same logic applies to goodness. The good we experience is never perfect either, meaning it could always be better. So where does that leave us? Plato's allegory of the cave suggests we are trapped in a world of illusions, only seeing shadows of the true forms. Maybe suffering is what makes us realize that we are still in the cave. Maybe suffering is what pushes us to look for something beyond it. If suffering is fundamental, then it's not just an obstacle. It's a part of the structure of reality itself. It's not something that just happens to us. It's built into the reality. It's something that defines what it means to be human. Every moment of pain, every moment of joy is somewhere on a sliding scale. Suffering can always be worse, but it can be better. We're never at extreme ends. We're always in transition. That's why suffering is fundamental. It's not just pain. It's a signal. It tells us something is missing, that we need to move forward towards the good. Without suffering, why would we ever seek something greater? And that means suffering is more than just an experience. It's a force. It pushes, it pulls, it shapes. It reminds us we aren't at the highest possible good. The struggle is what moves us. It's what tells us that there's something more, that we are not yet what we could be, and that suffering isn't meaningless. It's necessary. Plato taught us this a long time ago. But here's the real question. If suffering is necessary, does that mean it has value on its own? Or is it only valuable because it leads us to something better? What do you think? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into philosophy, don't forget to like and subscribe.